Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and this time I'm going to do a little bit of a video on the National League. Like I said, this season, football wise, I'll be talking about the National League quite a bit because my team are in it. What I wanted to do today was basically give you my rundown as to who I think will be where in the National League table. I think some people may be surprised why I put some of the teams. Please don't get offended if I put your team in a place that you feel is not fair and not right. It's just my opinion. And as I know in this league, it could very easily be very different. I could get this very wrong. So, like I said, it's just my opinion. And I like the shock factor when people think they're going to do well and maybe the team doesn't do as well as they think they're going to do. So we shall crack on now with who I think will finish bottom. The team I believe that will finish bottom of the table is Dover Athletic. There they are. There's the badge there with the white cliffs on. Dover Athletic are going to be the bottom side in the division in 23rd place. The reason why I believe this is if they do take that 12-point deduction that they do have, I can't see Dover getting out of it. I really can't. I think if the deduction is put in place for Dover, and I don't think they've got great strength anyway, and that's why I put the teams where they are, because I think the depth could be a problem and the strength could be a problem. But with Dover, if they get the 12-point deduction, I really can't see Dover really moving off the bottom. So, 23rd place, Dover Athletic to finish bottom of the National League. Second bottom, I've gone for Woking Football Club. There they are. Woking, there we go. And I've gone for Woking, which of course is assistantly managed by Sky's own Martin Tyler. Again, it's down to depth, and I think it's down to quality. None of this is down to effort. I want to make people understand it's not going to be about effort for me. I'm sure Woking will give everything they've got. I'm sure every team will give it everything they've got. It's just my opinion. And I just don't think Woking is going to have the depth and the quality that I think you're going to need to really challenge, especially this year. And if you look at who made the playoffs last year, it was probably the toughest playoffs. And same with down at the bottom. I think it's going to be a dogfight, but Woking, I think, are going to comfortably go down. Woking fans, please don't hate me on this. That's just my opinion. The next team, which will be going down, now this was a very hard decision. So I went for this, like I said, not easily. The Linnets, Kings Lynn. Kings Lynn are my choice to be the third relegated side in the National League. Again, they struggled last year. They would have gone down last year if relegation had have occurred alongside Barnet and Dover. Again, it's down to have they signed the quality. They've signed some good players, but have they signed the quality that they will actually need to stay in the league? I doubt that. Am I saying none of these guys can spring a surprise? Absolutely not. But just from what I've seen of the squads and like that, I just can't see Kings Lynn doing it again. Watch me be very wrong with this. But for me, Kings Lynn will go down alongside Woking and alongside Dover. So you may ask, Who do I think is going to just stay up? And when I say just, I mean just by a gnat's wing. I don't think there'll be a lot in this. The team that I feel that will finish in 20th place, just outside the relegation zone, is Weymouth Football Club. Now, people might say, are you saying that because obviously they've just, in the last couple of days, signed former Grimsby striker Akeem Rose? First of all, that is not the reason why I feel that they are going to be just surviving. Although that is a good signing for Weymouth, and it is also a good signing for Akeem to go there. I think Weymouth is going to be one of the most difficult places to go to this year. And they're one of those teams that they aren't going to give you an easy time, but I think if you can sort of get at them fairly early and they can go on if they don't start positively, I think Weymouth will struggle, but I think they will just survive the drop. Just survive the drop. So that is Weymouth in 20th place. In 19th place, we have a team that we took a player from, Wealdstone. Wealdstone made a very good start to last season. A very, very good start to last season. In fact, I was watching them on Soccer Saturday as the results came in early on, and I thought, Wealdstone, they really are. They really are giving it a real go. And I think it was that quick start that saved them. I have a funny feeling they may do something similar this season. Wink, wink to a game early on. But I think they will just do enough again to stay in the National League. Again, these are teams you're not going to look forward to going to these teams, and these are teams that you have to be focused in, and Wealdstone know that going to the bigger teams. They're going to be the underdogs in most of the games they play this year. But I think they'll just have enough to keep themselves above water. Now, in 18th place, I've gone for Altrincham. And there it is. I've gone for Altrincham. Now, people might say to me, why have you gone for Altrincham? They are tricky customers. We played, Grimsby played them last time they were in the National League, and they were tricky then. And they didn't give me any sort of feeling to think that they won't be tricky again. I don't think they'll finish as high as they did last term, but I think they'll be comfortably fine. I think they'll be quite comfortably safe, and Altrincham in 18th place. In 17th place, and I've mainly put them here because of the gaffer more than anything else, but I mean that in a good way, not in a bad way. Maidenhead United. There we go. Maidenhead United. There we go. Alan Devonshire is one of the main reasons why I put them to be comfortably 17th. Comfortably. Because they always seem to, they really sprung a surprise this year, last season. Going into the last 4 or 5 games, they still had an outside chance of a playoff place. And really, I think only Alan Devonshire could do that. But I really don't see them being I don't really see Maidenhead being that much of a threat this year. See me being wrong there, then, can't you? But for me, Maidenhead will finish comfortably bottom half of the mid-table in 17th place. Just above them in 16th place, we're going for Aldershot Town. There they are. Aldershot Town. Again, a tricky little place to go to. They've brought some decent signings in. I think they are going to be a bit of a threat. They were challenging near the top end and ended up going in the bottom end last season. Aldershot, I don't see them being anywhere near in trouble. I think they'll be comfortably safe in that regard. So that is, of course, Aldershot in 16th place. Now, in 15th place, this may surprise some people. I've gone for one of our rivals last time we were in the National League, Barnet Football Club. And Barnet had an absolute stinker last year. I believe they actually finished second bottom. And they were leaking goals left, right and centre. They've just hired Harry Cures, the gaffer for the upcoming season. And I think that's a good appointment for them. And I also think that they can't be as bad as they were last year. And I don't think they will be as bad as last year. I think they'll be quite comfortably in mid-table. And 15th is really as mid-table, near enough as mid-table you can get. So Barnet, comfortably safe in the National League for this coming season. And they are buying well. So they could also probably go a couple more places up. Who knows? Now, the next team that I've gone for, that I put in 14th place, is a team that I wanted to put higher up. But like I said, this league is so unpredictable. You think they're going to be higher, and they could end up having a shocker, which they've done a couple of seasons ago. They had a playoff campaign a couple of seasons ago. Then the season after, for them, they had a shocker after that season. The team I'm talking about is Luke Garrard's Bournemouth. And I hit and miss with Bournemouth in regards to, you never know what you're going to get. I think there was Tisha Manga, who was a talisman for Bournemouth. I just don't see them pushing this year. Like I said, I don't have any issue with safety with them. I think Bournemouth, they're going to be a difficult place to go to. It's one of those places that I'm not looking forward to my team going to. So I'm sure a lot of the teams that, the bigger teams, it's not a team you're looking forward to go to. And it's not a fixture you really look out for. So Bournemouth, I don't think they'll challenge much this year. But I believe they'll be fine. Safety. They may even have a little push. You can't rule out and say they won't have a push. But I just don't think they'll finish inside the top half. But not a bad place, finishing in 14th. In 13th, just above them, the team my team kick off against. Can't see there, it's Bromley. Now, Bromley are, people may be a bit surprised that I put Bromley as low as 13th. Because they made the playoffs last year in 7th, and they've got a good manager in Andy Woodman, the former Brentford goalkeeper. And believe me, this was hard for me because I do like Bromley as a team. I do like watching Bromley play, and they definitely they're hard to beat. That is for certain. And but I've gone for Bromley to finish 13th. I don't know where they can go again. At least not to the degree they did last year. But I think Bromley will have a push. I do think they'll push. And I don't think they're going to be, obviously with Andy Woodman, they're not going to be pushovers. And they could very, very easily push higher if they wanted to. Very easily push higher. And wouldn't surprise me if they did push higher, to be completely honest. This is how difficult this is, but I like to be controversial. And I know some fans are not going to agree, and I respect that and I understand that. Just above them could be even more surprising to a lot of people. And I've had some banter with some of these supporters in a Facebook group for the National League. The team I have put in the top half of the National League table Chesterfield. Now, Chesterfield are going to be looked at as though they are going to be one of the favourites. Of course they are. You know, they made the playoffs last year, lost out to Notts County in a scintillating game, and they have bought well. To be fair to Notts County, to be fair to Chesterfield, there we go. To be fair to Chesterfield, they have signed well. Well, I say signed well. They have signed well, apart from one signing. Oh dear. But the one I'm talking about is Stephen Payne. I was a bit surprised that they took a punt on Payne, because that's exactly what he was when he was with us last season. So, but they went for Stephen Payne, but they've also got some good quality in there. Will this motivate them? Will this motivate them? I don't know, but it's so difficult with the teams that are in here to absolutely say there's certainty anywhere. Chesterfield could win the thing. they could easily finish where I put them, or they could even finish lower. So Chesterfield for me are the mid-table of mid-table sides. They will finish 12th according to me. 11th place, they're going to finish in a similar place to last season, is Dagenham and Redbridge. And Dagenham and Redbridge are one of those sides. They could be a sleeper side. They could be a side that, you know, even though I put them in 11th, they're one of the sides that if they can make their home ground a real fortress and a place for teams to really, really, really hate going to, and Dagenham is one of those places. My team went there in the FA Cup last year and bombed. Let's put it to put it kindly. So Dagenham are going to be 11th place, and they're a good side. They are a good side. And I'm sure during the season they are going to push, without a shadow of a doubt. But I've got Dagenham and Redbridge in 11th place. So now we move to my top 10. Now one of the teams, well, there's probably two of the teams in the top 10 which could possibly shock people as to why I've put them there. Or the positions may surprise a few people as to why I've put them where I've put them. In 10th place to start the top 10 It's the Shaman, Halifax Town. Again, they're going to be they're very, very solid at home. They're very, very difficult to win at home. It'll be probably their away form that may let Halifax down. But if they don't start strongly enough, it's like they were strong throughout last season, but then fell away in the last 5 or 6 games. I just feel like it could happen again for Halifax. And that's why I put them in 10th. I think they'll be fine again. I really do. And I think they will make top half. But again, it'll be whether they can make the Shea a fortress. And to be fair, if they do, they'll be up there or thereabouts, I'm sure. But I'm putting them in 10th place. In 9th place, now this may come as a shock to some people, but again, my opinion. In 9th place, I've gone for Southend. I've gone for Southend United to finish outside the playoff places. Now, they have made some absolutely belting signings. Do I feel I've under-positioned them? Maybe. But like I said, this league's so unpredictable. It's not beyond the realms of possibility. And Southend, like I said, they'll be there or thereabouts. Because they really are building a good squad there. But Southend, for them, it's going to be their away form. Can they be consistent on the road, Southend? I personally think they'll have a playoff push, but I just feel like they won't do it. To any Southend fan, that's just my opinion. We'll go now to a team that is just going to miss out on the playoffs. And this wasn't easy because I know who is in charge there. I've gone to finish in 8th place. Solihull Moors. And one of the main reasons why I put Solihull Moors just outside the playoff places, could easily squeak in there, is Neil Ardley. And Notts County fans will know what I mean by that. I believe that Solihull will just miss out by a place. They'll finish 8th, and they will miss out. But it also wouldn't surprise me if they did make the top 7. It really, really, really wouldn't surprise me at all. But I think they will just miss out. There's just a few teams in the league that I think are slightly better. But I think Solihull will have a good season this season. I think they'll be tough to beat. We've always, at Grimsby, we've always had tough battles with Neil Ardley sides. I can vouch for that when a couple of seasons ago when we played Notts County. They beat us 2-1. Neil Ardley's sides have always been tricky sides. So I think they're going to have a good season and just miss out. But not by much. This could be the biggest surprise as to what I've done. And it surprised me when I said it. Now we're into the playoff places. The top 7 in the National League. Who do I think will make up the playoffs for this season's National League? Are we ready? Are we ready? Well, here we go. In 7th place, so that he's just going to nick a playoff place. Yeovil Town are the team that I've gone for. Darren Sarr is their manager. Now, Yeovil Town have really struggled in the last year or so, since actually last few years since they dropped out of the Football League. They really have struggled. But I'm going through motivations sort of like Sutton, you know, like that kind of, and like Bromley and that kind of thing. There's always those one type of team that probably didn't do well the season before that comes and surprises people. Well, for me, Yeovil are going to be their sort of surprise package. You know, no one's talking about Yeovil or anything like that, or any business that they're doing, or losing than doing. And I think they could spring a surprise, if you want me to be truthful. So they're my biggest surprise, and I'm sure people will wonder, well, why have you put Southend there and Yeovil above them? Why would they miss out to Yeovil? For that very reason, and again, because the National League is not predictable. That goes without saying. So Yeovil will, I believe, in my opinion, nick a playoff place. And could be wrong, but this is, like I said, just my opinion. The next team that I think will finish in 6th, so these are, of course, the qualifiers, shall we say, is a team that I do have a soft spot for. And I really do have a soft spot for these. From the last time Grimsby were in the National League, I have a real soft spot for the fan base, and I have a real soft spot for the club. Not necessarily the pitch, but I have a soft spot for the club and the fan base. It's Eastleigh Football Club that I think are going to make the playoffs. They came very close last season. I think they're going to do it this season. I think they're going to make the playoffs. And I like the club. I like the fan base. Like I said, I've got a real soft spot for them. And they have improved their squad quite well, actually. I think they're going to go again. They've been threatening for several years. I mean, I remember playing them in the season before we got up. You know, and they've had some very good squads over the years. So it wouldn't surprise me to see Eastleigh in the playoffs for next season. And I put them in 6th place. So, my God, you're into the top 5. Who could you possibly put in the top 5? Well, let's continue the countdown. In 5th place, and believe me, I was torn with this between Eastleigh and this team. I was torn. I've gone for last year's playoff runners-up, Torquay United. Now, a lot of people will say, why have I gone Torquay? Why haven't I said they're going to maybe win the league or you know, because they've lost some big players for them. They've lost their goalkeeper, their goal-scoring goalkeeper, to Port Vale. They've also lost one of their stalwart defenders to a fellow rival of theirs recently, to Notts County. but I just think that they will make the playoffs again. The Gary Johnson effect is why I think they're going to be there or thereabouts. Because Gary Johnson could easily, well, he's Gary Johnson. That's all I'd say about Gary. Especially in the lower leagues, he's the right type of guy. If you're going to lose the players that you've lost, he's the type of guy you kind of like want in charge of. You know, he's like the steady head. You know, he's Steady Eddie, as I'd call him. So it's they're not going to finish as high as they did. I think they got the very, very disappointing of finishing second behind Sutton and not finishing the job, as I'm sure you'd say. But I still believe they'll be there or thereabouts. So Torquay to finish inside the top 5. 4. Some fans may not like me. Notts County. Notts County, I think, will finish 4th. They're always going to be one of the favourites to go up, Notts County. Probably the biggest club in the National League, definitely in regards to history and attendance and, well, stadium. They're definitely the biggest in there. But watching Ian Birchnell's Notts County, I do feel they can be got at. Defensively, they can be got at. At least last season they were. And I think that's what let Notts County down last year. Do I think they'll push again? Absolutely. I've got no question they're going to come again. They're going to push again. And they could be making I believe they will make their 3rd straight playoff campaign. They've made some very, very good signings, like I said, and they've kept some very important players for them, like Dion Kelly-Evans, like Sam Slocum, who was I believe he was in communication with Scunthorpe, a possible return there, but he turned them down to stay with Notts County. They're doing some very, very good business. I'm sure Notts County will be up there, and I'm sure the fans will probably say, no, we'll win the league. But I think every single fan in the league will believe for a while that their team can be there, but I'm sure Notts County will be around it. But I think they'll just miss out again. I don't think there'll be much in this top 5, but I don't think Notts County will win it. And I do have a soft spot for Notts County for personal reasons, so it's not anything else to do with that. But I just think, you expect Notts County, but as they found out in the last couple of seasons, it's not as straightforward as a lot of people want to believe. So in 4th place, Notts County. Now, top 3, my lads. Grimsby Town, in my opinion, will finish 3rd. Now, let's look at that badge again. There it is. Now, I'm saying 3rd. Now, a lot of Grimsby Town fans will be saying, no, we'll win the league. No, we're definitely going to win the league. I think we will definitely be there or thereabouts. With the 10 lads that Paul Hurst has brought to the football club, Joel Grant, like I've said in previous videos, is the most recent of those. I have seen an interview with him recently where he said he's looking for another goalkeeper and he's looking for another striker. But the reason why I've gone 3rd and I haven't gone higher, it'll become more clear as to why I haven't put them in top spot. And And I've gone third for Grimsby because we've got players there that are, I'm going to call them hidden gems. And I think Paul knows what he's doing. And actually, the time that Paul was here, first time round, when he got us up, the time he's been here solo, we were never outside the top 5 in the National League when he was last here. And top 5 at the time were the playoffs. So we've never actually, on his own, we've never been outside the playoffs. I don't see us doing that again. I think we'll be in the playoffs. Do I think we could push for the league? Yes. But it'll become apparent as to why I don't think Grimsby will make the playoffs this season. Going on to second, Wrexham. The reason why I've gone for Wrexham, plain and simple really, the American effect. I think the ground's going to be bouncing. I think the club's going to be bouncing. They're obviously very disappointed because they lost Sean Pearson to us. But obviously they've got Phil Parkinson in as manager, and he's put his reputation on the line to go to Wrexham. You know, and he's never managed at this level, so they could finish lower. But they narrowly missed out on playoffs last year. I think they'll be challenging for the title, as is us, and I'm sure Notts County will as well. But I think Wrexham, you know, they're going to have a spring in their step, like we are with our new owners. You know, I'm sure they're going to have a spring in their step, and I think they will finish in second place. That means, in first place, I've gone for Stockport County. I'm just a little bit, might be an obvious choice, but look at what they're doing. Look at what they are signing. If these guys do not win this league, or they don't come anywhere near winning it, then I'm sorry, but they've just signed Scott Quigley today, and they've got Paddy Madden there. The goals that they've got going through that side is insane, and I cannot see anybody but Stockport winning this league. Sorry Notts, sorry us, sorry Wrexham, but I can't. Put it this way, Stockport should win the league this year. Doesn't mean they will, but I believe they're going to. So that is my National League table from 24 to 1. Dover will finish bottom. Stockport will finish top. Let me know what you guys think. All you National League supporters, where do you think your club will finish? Do you think you'll finish top? Have you got that belief that they're going to finish top? Let me know. Grimsby fans, if you see this, where do you think we're going to finish? I'm sure a lot of us are going to say top, but I've got to be honest, I can't say anybody past Stockport. So let me know, National League supporters. Let me know, football supporters. Who do you think will finish where? Let me know. I'll see you soon. Later on, guys.